Hey, all right, everybody, how's it going? Look, I've got another box. Okay then, what have I got in this box? Well, it's a DYU A1F, and it's sort of a commuter city folding e-bike. It folds up nice and compact, but it's got 16-inch wheels, so it's a little bit bigger than the other models they got. So let's get it by here, have a look of it, and before we have a look, there is a smaller box, so we'll have a little peek inside that smaller box, and then we'll get the bike by here and have a look what it's like. Okay, let's have a quick look in this box. Let's just get the stuff out of here. There's some pedals in there. There we are, the pedals. We just open this box up a second and tip the stuff out. There we go. We've got the two remotes there, and then there's the charger, and that's it. So there's two remotes, instructions, a little spanner, because everything's put together, and the pedals, and there we go, and a UK plug. Right, okay then, here it is, all put together. Now I say put together, it's minimal. You don't have to do hardly anything to put this bike together. There's two things, really, that's the main things you've got to do. One is you've got to put the pedals on, and the other one is that this steering post by here has to be popped in there, and it's got a quick clamp anyway. So it's quite easy. You take all the packaging off, and it's easy to put together. The wheels are on, the mudguard's on, nearly everything's on, even the seat is inserted. So there it is. Let's have a bit more of a look around the DYU A1F. Right, okay, looking from this side, you can see there's a side stand there. The wheels are 16 inches, and it's disc brakes, and they're cable operated. Okay, now I know this seat post is quite long, so I don't know if there's a minimum mark on it. It must be, so let's just take it out and see how long this actual seat post is. Still going, still going. And it must be a minimum sort of insertion mark, but I can't get it all the way out. There we go, all the way out. And there is a mark, and it's around about there. The mark is there where my finger is there. So you've got all that bit there. Look how, so it does go very, very tall. So let me just put that in where the mark is, roughly. If I can put that in there. This is around about there. So it does go incredibly tall. Okay, so it does have an integrated front light. So let's just turn that on there. On-off switch there. Let's turn the bike around, look at the rear light. So there we go, there's the rear light on, off. And if I pull the brakes as well, I'm doing the brakes now, you can see it goes slightly brighter for the brake light as well. It also has electronic horn, so we'll give that a press now. I think it's going to be quite loud. Yes, it's very loud and people will jump out of the way. Okay then, this is what it looks like when we sit in on the bike. You can see I've got the seat so my foot is flat. I probably will have the seat a little bit higher. You could see that the seat goes much higher. The handlebars, I got that on the higher set in there, so I'm sitting in a nice upright position. And like I've said before, I'm 1.78 metres or 178 centimetres or 5'10". So you can get a gauge of what size this bike is. I'm a full-size adult and it suits me fine. So there we go, that's what it looks like with me sitting on the bike. Now if we look down in the back there, there's the motor, it's a rear hub motor. They state it is a 250 watt hub motor with a peak power of 350 watts. It's got a single speed in the back there, then a slightly bigger cog in the front, and the battery is housed along that bar there, and I think the controller's behind it there. So that's where everything is. It has got a rear seat on the back. I don't think that's going to be suitable for people my size. I think that's for carrying children, and obviously you can put cargo on it as well. Okay, so like I said, this back seat is not designed for adults, it's designed for children or cargo. You can see it'd be a little bit daft for me to try and sort of sit in the back of here, and if I pick my legs up now, I'd probably fall off. But it's fine for little kids and cargo. Okay then, looking at the handlebars, let me try and get a better sort of shot of that there. You can see there's 4 bars on there, that's showing your battery health. There's no other information other than them 4 bars. If I turn that off there, it goes off. When it comes on, that's all I'm getting. Now, it's got a remote for this as well, so that you can have that off and the remote still turns it on. So I'll show you that a little bit later. Let's turn that back on there, like so. Come across, there's a reflector there. Now it has got a quick release clamp in the middle. There you go for the handlebars. Come across a bit further. There's the switch for the lights. It's basically on, off, on. And if you look there, don't know if you can see there on the wall, that's the light coming on just by there. And then underneath, like I just showed you, there's the horn button, which is incredibly loud. It's very loud indeed. And there we are, that's what the handlebars look like. And there's the mechanical brakes. Now I did say it comes with 2 remotes, so it's got like a lock, unlock, it's got an alarm sound and on and off button there. So if I press, let me just turn that off there, because it does work with that off as well. So if I press that twice like that, it comes on. The lights have come on that display there. If I lock it, like so, and I try and press this button, the alarm starts going off. So let's turn that off again. Let's turn it back on, like so. Then you can press for an alarm. So if you just press that button there, it just makes the alarm go off and on. And like I said, you can lock it and unlock it. And there we go. You've got 2 remotes. There you go then. That was a quick look around. So let's get out on the old open road. Right, okay then, here we go. Up the old hill test again. Right, so on this bike, it's a little bit different to other e-bikes. It's got, there's something reversing by here. What's this? I'm gonna have to pull over a minute because there's a bit of reversing going on by here. I'll go and tuck myself in by here in a minute. Let's go a bit further on, like this. Let's go up there. Okay, thanks. Right, okay, what was I saying? What was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying now. Right, so this is a little bit different. Stopping again, so it might be another car. Is there more traffic again? He's trying to get past a person and his dogs. Dogs are running around everywhere. Let's see if I can get past without... Let's have a look. All right. Hello. Dog just went in there. Right then, what was I saying? Right, here comes the tunnel now, so we'll have to go through the tunnel first before I start saying anything. Right, this bike is a little bit different because it's got a throttle there and it's got an eco mode. So it's like when you pedal, it only feels like it's one speed, sort of eco mode. It's a bit echoey, that, isn't it? So I'm using the throttle at the moment to go up this hill. I'm pedalling, but I'm not doing anything at the moment. Right, I've had to get past people and traffic and all sorts of things. It's quite busy up here today. It's usually quiet, but what was I saying? Right, so I'll say it again. It's got the throttle, twist throttle there. I'm pedaling up this hill a little bit, assisting it. I don't know what speed I'm going because it doesn't actually give a speed. The battery is a 36 volt and is 7.5 amp hours. So it's more of a city commuter, fold it up, do a good few miles. You know, it's not like you can't do a massive amount of miles. Well, you could, because it's got an eco mode where when you pedal, it's just giving you slight assistance. But this is giving me enough assistance up this hill for me to pedal a little bit with the throttle. And it's still easy, it's still okay, it's not too bad. I think I got the seat a little bit too low, and I'm gonna have to put the seat a bit higher. But other than that, everything's going okay. Now, the seat, I gotta mention the seat. The seat is pretty comfy. I think I did another DYU. I almost said DUI then. DYU about a month back. And I think that seat was a little bit more comfy than this one, but this one is a comfy seat as well. So I'll make a guess that I'm going about 8 or 9 miles per hour, say. I can't tell because I haven't got a speedometer. All I've got is the bars for the battery. We'll pull over by here at the cattle grid, have a quick look at the bike, and we'll carry on up the hill and do the old brake test. Now, it has got cable brakes, so we'll see what they're like. Right, okay, there's the bike, and I did make it to the cattle grid. I used the throttle. It's got a twist throttle by here. The twist throttle is the complete sort of grip there. That's a twist throttle. Still got 4 bars. Like I said, the only display on here is 4 bars. So it did get me up the hill. Here's the hill. If anybody hasn't seen before, there's a hill going up that way. It goes for about a mile and a half. And there's the hill I just came up. And I'm not out of breath at all. It did make it nice and easy. Now, like I was trying to say, it's got pedal assist, but it seems like it's only got eco mode in pedal assist, then the throttle. So I'm using the throttle to assist me more, if you know what I mean. So this seat is comfortable. It is, look, it is extremely squishy. That's really squishy, so it is comfortable because the bike hasn't got no suspension at all, but it's got a really squishy seat. Now, like I said earlier, I am 1.78 metres and that bike suits me just fine. Anyway, let's go up there. I'm going up there, okay? And we'll try, I'll go up the top of there, see how puffed out I am. I won't be puffed out. And we'll do a brake test with the old cable brakes. The old cable brakes down there and the old pull levers there. Okay then, you should be able to see me pedalling from that. I've extended the camera out, so you should be able to see me pedalling. I can't give you any sort of speed indications like I keep saying because there is nothing on the display. So, I mean, I could get my phone out and do a bit of GPS in, but this is not a speed machine. This is just, you know, pedal and go city e-bike. Now, it's getting a bit steep by here, so I've got to put a little bit of power in myself. Oh, there's a squirrel in front of me then. I have got the throttle on, but now it's also got cruise control, so if I leave go with the throttle now, it is the cruise control is on, and it's like having a full throttle on, if you know what I mean. So the throttle is actually on. So that's the system up here. Let's keep going. And the bluebells are out in full bloom. I can actually smell them. Anyway, let's keep going. It flattens out a bit by here. So here we go. Let's make it to the top of the hill. Now, it is a folding e-bike, so I think I'll put in a clip now of me folding the e-bike up just to see what it looks like and how compact it is. Right, okay, to fold the handlebars, just move this collar around like that. Then you've got to pull this towards you. It is quite tight, you've got to give it a good pull. Pull it down like so, and then the handlebars will go down like that. To undo the centre of the frame, you just lift up this little bit by here and pull this out towards you like so, like that. And then the bike should start coming apart. To fold the pedals, you just push them in like that and twist them up and they click in place. Okay, and there you go. There's the bike all folded up nice and compact, look. It all folds up nice and tight and compact. So the hill is sort of levelled out by here a little bit. You can see the cruise control is on. I'm not touching the throttle and the bike is still going. So let's keep going up the top of the hill. It's got steep again. I think there's a car coming behind me, so I'm going to have to pull over in a minute. Is that a car coming behind me? Yes, it is. So let's pull over by here, out of the way. No? Can we get past or not? Plenty of room to get past. And another car coming as well. Bit busy all of a sudden. Any more cars? Right, okay, I've made it up to the top of the hill. I'm not puffed out. I did have to pedal a little bit, not too much though. Quite easy getting up the hill on this DYU A1F. So let's get back down the hill. I think I'll do 2 brake tests. I'll do one by here, and I'll do one a little bit further down when I get back to the cattle grid. So let's get back down the hill. Right, okay, I don't know what speed I'm doing, but I'm going to pull the brakes in 3, 2, 1, like that, and they work absolutely fine. Now, I will do another brake test, but that worked absolutely fine. It stopped me. I did remember to try and lean back a little bit this time, put my weight back a little bit, but we'll go down to the cattle grid, we'll get some speed up down this hill, and then we'll try it by the cattle grid. So let's get down a bit further. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. I haven't got a clue what speed I'm going, so I don't know. It does feel fast, but I don't know what speed I'm doing. Right, I'm going to turn around now by here. I'll put the camera by there so you can see me, and I'll do another brake test. I'll go back up the hill. Let me just take the camera off here, and then we'll do a brake test. Right, okay, here we go, down the hill, get some speed up. I'll try and remember to sit back a little bit. I'm going about 20 miles an hour, I'd say, and I'm going to pull the brakes now. Oh, there we go. It does stop me pretty well, but the bike, even though I put my weight backwards, let me get off the bike. I don't know if you can see this, let me show you. Let's get the camera. Now I did put my weight backwards, but you can see this is how long it took me to stop. So I can't help that. If the brakes lock up, they lock up. So it starts there, look, goes all the way up there, and I locked all the way up to right there. That's where I put the brakes on there. So you can see that even if I lean backwards, the brakes just lock up. I can't help that. But the brakes work perfectly well. They work absolutely fine. Let me just get the camera back on here, like so. Change the angle, like that, so you can see my face. So the brakes work as they should. Right, okay, there was 2 brake tests and the brakes work absolutely fine. Now, any links will be in the description below, and my affiliate link will also be in the description below. If you want to look up the helmet I'm using or these glasses from Magic Shine, then look in the description below. Everything will be there if I remember. Hopefully I do. Let's carry on. Right, here we go through the tunnel, folks. Here we go. Oh, it's a bit cold in this tunnel. Oh, it was cold in that tunnel then. It was freezing. It was absolutely freezing. It's all in the shade, isn't it? Anyway, let's get down this hill. Now, at this point in the video, I'd be doing sort of a pedal assist test on all the different settings, but as far as I can see, there's only one pedal assist, and that's eco mode, which just gives you a little bit of assistance. And I think that's so that you can have, you know, quite a long distance if you just pedal. But if there's a throttle there, I'm going to use it. So it is quite nice to have the throttle. I do like a throttle. So there we go. What can I say? I like a throttle. Because it gets you up the hills nice and easy. Anyway, let's go on a little bit further. Now, the weather is a bit nicer, and the trouble with nicer weather is there's lots of bugs and stuff flying around, so I keep getting hit in the face. So if you see me pulling funny faces now and again, it's because the flies and stuff are hitting me in the face. And it is some the dandelion things that fly around. They seem to be flying around a lot today. Anyway, let's get down by here. Now, there was one thing I wanted to say, was when you charge the bike, I was looking for a charge port on this side of the sort of frame there, and I was looking on this side of the frame for a charge port, but it's under here. It's just by there, where my foot is, there's a little thing there. That's where the charge port is, underneath. So if you want to charge the bike, the charge port is under there. And the charger, I think, is a 1.5 amp hour. So if you've got an empty battery, you can work it out. 1.5 divided by 7.5 amp hours gives you the amount of time that it'll take to charge the bike from empty to full. Right, okay, here we go, another hill coming up. This is quite a steep hill by here as well. I'm going to have to put a bit of pedal power in. Let's get up this hill. It is quite steep by here. You do have to pedal a bit. On most bikes, I got to pedal up this bit by here because it is quite steep. There we go. But it is making light work of it. It is quite easy. There's a car behind me again. Seems to be really busy today for some reason. But there we go. So I think this bike would be ideal for people with campers. It doesn't take up much room when it's folded, or taking it back to your car, nip into the shops, them sort of things, a city commuter. I mean, this bike has got its place. And like I said, it does fold up, so it is nice and compact. Right, okay, I've ended up at the top of this hill by here. I've been up here before. If you go and look at my other videos, I've been up here a few times. It's quite nice. The view is lovely from up here. There is there's a quarry over there and a railway bridge. And I can see the old viaduct over there somewhere. There's a viaduct over there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there we go. I've ended up with a nice, lovely view. Right, okay, I've ended up on this sort of disused, this used to be a railway track, so I'll call it a disused railway track. But there used to be a railway track going along here that would have gone down all the way to Newport, but it's not here anymore, and it's just used by the farmers now. But it's a little bit of off-roading, a little bit of mud, a couple of stones, so a little bit of off-roading. It's not too bad on this bike as long as you go, take it nice and easy. It's okay, the seat is nice and soft, so you can do a little bit of, I'll call it soft roading, that's what I'll call it, soft roading. So you can take it, you know, on little dirt tracks, as long as you take it easy. Anyway, let's carry on down here and see where I get to. Right, okay, I gotta go down by here. I'll show you with the camera now. I gotta go down, don't know if you can see there, look. There's a path goes around there, down there, right down there, down there, down a hill and down there. So that's a little bit of off-roading. So let's have a try and see if I can get down to the bottom of this quite steep sort of dirt track. Right, okay, here we go then. I'm not going to go down there fast, but let's see if the bike makes it down there okay in one piece. We've got quite a sharp turn by here now. Down that way past the stingies of doom and round the corner. Here we go. It's quite bumpy, I've got to say. It is quite a lot of rocks, but I'm going to take it easy. The brakes are doing what they should do. I'm not going to go too fast. Here we go. Oh. Now, if you could see this on camera, this is very steep. But it doesn't show up on camera, does it? But there we are. Let's go down this hill by here now. Now, I wouldn't recommend this. This is not the sort of the case used for this bike, but like it is doing it, so it seems to be fine. The brakes are working. It's okay. It doesn't feel like it's going to lose traction at all. This is extremely steep now by here. I wish you could see it actually in real life, but you can't. And I'm almost to the bottom of the off-road track. Almost down here. There we go. Just not far to go now. And it's levelled off a bit. And there's the main road. And there we go. I made it. Right, okay then, there you go. That's the DYU A1F folding e-bike. All the links will be in the description below. And if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!